but now you're gone, and all I have is time. And though
The iPad is such an interesting device. It's compact, thin, and light, but also extremely capable. For many of you, it might be your only computer. However, when working on some task or being on the go, sometimes the experience could feel like it's missing something. Maybe you need more ports, more battery, or just something extra to turn your everyday experience from good to great. And I think I can help you out. These are my iPad accessories I can live without and have turned my M4 iPad Pro into my everyday computer, especially when I'm away from home. Okay guys, and to start the video, I'm gonna talk about the one item that I think is the one that stays with me at all times when I have my iPad, and it's because the iPad for me is this travel machine to be creative. For those times that I'm away from home, I rarely bring my MacBook because even though it's portable and it's the 14-inch MacBook Pro, it's a little bit heavier. And for the work that I do when I'm not away from home, like running my business, answering emails, and sometimes editing videos or photos, for those tasks, I can mostly do everything with my iPad without any problem. So for those times, I carry with me my Samsung T7 SSD. This SSD is 2 terabytes, and the reason why I carry this with me with my iPad and what I think is a must-have accessory for everyone that has an iPad is because, at least in my case, I bought the 250 gigs iPad Pro, obviously because it was cheaper and because I never thought I was gonna put a lot of work into it directly in the internal storage. So this was more than enough for me, since also this is the control center pretty much to all my content that I use also on my MacBook. It's the perfect place to move everything from my MacBook and continue some work on the iPad and do the same back from the iPad to the MacBook. So definitely a must-have. Additionally to what I said, this SSD is extremely fast, so it works great to transfer videos. I mean, you have also the T9 that is faster than this, but all my video content is pretty huge and I don't have any problem transferring data with this SSD. So honestly, save yourself some money, get the T7 instead, it's really good. Second in line for the must-have accessories on the iPad, I think I'm gonna talk about the Anker battery bank. This one is called the Anker Prime 250 watt charger. It's a bit pricey, I'm not gonna lie, it's like 180 bucks, but it's such a nice power bank. It has 25,000-ish more milliamp battery, which is a great. It can change your iPad multiple times. It's not like your iPad truly needs it because the iPad has a really good battery, but for the same reason that I have an iPad, I travel with it, and sometimes you're away from anywhere that you can possibly find a charger, so this comes in clutch because you don't have to worry about going to any wall to find a connection. You can just use this and it will last you a whole trip pretty much. If you need to, just charge it when you find a wall, but it'll last you a very long time. And you can charge your phone also with this, your MacBook if you decide to take that as well. I know it's pricey, but it's a good investment for later in the future if you think about it. So yeah, definitely a must-have. Next in line is this amazing stand from Coolshoe. The reason why I use this quite a lot is because the stand is not only built very well, it matches the great looks of the iPad Pro because it has some really cool aluminum frame and it's very sturdy. And the reason why I like it is because I use my iPad sometimes as a secondary monitor or third monitor in occasions, and I like to use it to see my waves when I'm color grading or just watching YouTube or managing some small data, maybe looking at my scripts or something on the side while I work on some other projects. And it's very convenient to keep it up beside your monitor. Also, a good thing to point out is it has these 3 pins that connect to your iPad and it charges your iPad while it's on. And even though I think it's fast charging to 18 watts, your iPad can surely charge for more, but it's not really a problem since when you use this stand, I assume that you're using it for longer periods of time. So the fact that it charged only to 18 watts is actually fine, since it's gonna be charged at all times, assuming that you're gonna keep it here for a couple hours. So it's great, I really like it, and it has become part of my desk setup since I got it. So honestly, great one too. I'm gonna put everything that I'm talking in the video in the description, so if you guys are interested, you can just go there and look for all the links and discount codes if I have some. And I know guys, when you have an iPad Pro and you use it as a dedicated computer, the main problem that I have, and I'm pretty sure that you guys have the same, is that you're missing ports. You only have one Type-C directly on the iPad. If you want to use an additional connection besides your SSD, you're out of luck. And for me, having an SD card slot is a necessity. Fortunately, Uni Accessories has solved this issue for me. They sent me the fantastic USB-C 8-in-1 Union Pro Plus, which I use frequently when I want my iPad to feel more like a MacBook. This hub is lightweight and compact, yet offers excellent build quality. It has aluminum frame cover with a rubber protector that prevents damage if dropped and provides a good grip on sleek surfaces as well. Notably, the Type-C cable that comes with the hub is detachable and nylon braided, making it very durable. If the cable were to break, you wouldn't need to buy a new unit, which is a plus. More importantly, despite its small size, this hub offers a wide variety of ports, such as 3 USB Type-A, Ethernet port, HDMI port with 4K 60 output, which is pretty great. Type-C, able to deliver 100 watts of fast charging, even though the iPad caps at 45 watts, but it's great to have. And an SD card, which is the main reason I use it, honestly. This is a must-have accessory for anyone that has an iPad, but especially for those that use the iPad as a dedicated computer, or if you plan to build a desk setup around your iPad. If you're interested in this product or anything from Uni Accessories, use the discount code UNICS20 for 20% off. They have great accessories, and every purchase you guys make also supports the channel's growth. So if you're in the market, check out Uni Accessories. Now I'm gonna talk about the most controversial accessory that I carry, and it is the Magic Mouse. I know this is quite hated, and honestly I don't understand why. I know that the charger is in a very inconvenient position, but if I'm being honest with you, once you have it fully charged, it really lasts a long time. And the reason why I like this with the iPad is because it's very sleek and minimal, and it matches the iPad aesthetics very well. Besides aesthetics and besides its charging port being on the bottom, actually works very well. I also love the features that this mouse gives you. It's very versatile, and honestly, especially for editing videos, it's really nice. I know some people complain about having, pain in their wrist after using it for a long time. I never had that issue before. Maybe it's because I haven't used it enough, but I really like it. So if you guys are looking for a mouse that matches that iPad aesthetics, I think it's a great companion for your iPad, if the whole idea of having an iPad is to have everything as minimal and portable as possible. But yeah, I think it's a must-have. So you guys let me know what you think in the comment section below. It's good, promise. Lastly, to finish the video, I'm gonna talk about the obvious accessory that I think everyone that has an iPad Pro should have, which is the Magic Keyboard and the Apple Pencil Pro. I use this a lot, and especially when I'm on the go, the iPad acts as a laptop for me. Having a keyboard enhances all the work that I have to do when I don't have my MacBook Pro, and the good thing about it is that it has a very similar feeling to the MacBook Pro. So if you're used to working on a laptop and you move to this, you're gonna feel very comfortable. I like that now we have an aluminum frame covering the whole keyboard, so it makes it feel a little bit more premium than it was before. The trackpad is slightly bigger, but the reason why I carry a mouse is because on this one specifically, the 11-inch iPad Pro, the trackpad is still small, at least for me. It's still good, I can use it most of the time, and in most cases I don't have a problem. But if I'm working on a video on the iPad, having a mouse definitely makes things a lot easier. Unless you use it obviously as a tablet, but it's something to think about. The Apple Pencil doesn't need much introduction. I do not use it 100% of the time that I have the iPad, but when I use it, it's so convenient. I use it for note-taking, sketching, building my mind maps before developing a video. I use it for edit photos, edit my thumbnails, and it's honestly a must-have accessory to work on my channel, at least for me, and I feel like you guys could find it useful as well. But yeah, that's all I have for today. Those are my most-have accessories for the iPad Pro, and guys, we're almost at 1,000. Guys, please everyone subscribe. We need, at the point of recording this video, I think we need about 80 subscribers more, so it's very close. We can make it. Anyways guys, thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoy, and I'll see you guys on the next one.
Us tonight, I'm gonna take you out and live the dream that we've been talking about.